Welcome to the Stateless Standard, where we peel back the layers of state-sanctioned deceit to reveal the raw machinery of power. Today, we dive into the murky origins of the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA. If you thought the deep state was a modern invention, think again. This shadowy behemoth was born from alliances with Nazis, the mafia, and drug smugglers, all in the name of national security. And no, this isn't some fringe conspiracy. It's right there in declassified documents and even Wikipedia, if you bother to look. Buckle up, boys and girls. This is going to be educational, but it'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about American freedom and power. Let's start at the beginning, or rather the end, of World War II. The CIA didn't spring fully formed from the forehead of Uncle Sam. It evolved from the Office of Strategic Services, or OSS, America's wartime intelligence outfit. At the heart of this transition were two brothers, Allen Dulles and John Foster Dulles. Allen would become the CIA's longest-serving director, overseeing coups, mind control experiments, and more. John Foster served as Secretary of State under Eisenhower. But before they were spies, they were lawyers at Sullivan and Cromwell, a firm that represented some of the most respectable clients imaginable, like IG Farben, the German conglomerate that was the world's largest chemical company. IG Farben? Oh, just the folks who manufactured Zyklon B, the gas used in Nazi death camps. They tested drugs on concentration camp prisoners and were neck-deep in building the Third Reich. And heroin? Bayer, a subsidiary, invented it around 1900 as a safe cough syrup. Charming, isn't it? The Dulles brothers' firm helped these companies hide assets in Swiss banks during the war, and after, they worked to free Nazi war criminals and rebuild their industries. Why? Because power and money don't care about swastikas when profits are on the line. Allen Dulles was stationed in Bern, Switzerland during the war, neutral ground, perfect for back-channel deals. Through the Bank for International Settlements, he maintained lines of communication between Allies and Axis powers. Financial ties didn't snap when bombs fell, they strengthened. After the war, 24 IG Farben executives were tried at Nuremberg, only 13 convicted with laughably light sentences. 4 years for the CEO who oversaw Auschwitz. Meanwhile, Americans rot in prison for nonviolent drug offenses. Justice, American style, one set of rules for the powerful, another for the rest of us. John McCloy, another key figure and Dulles ally, became High Commissioner for Germany and later World Bank president. He pardoned Nazis left and right, returning them to power. Dulles even provided lists of suitable post-war German leaders, many with Reich ties. One such beneficiary? A war criminal who ended up heading the Bundesbank. And Unilever? That multinational giant employed freed Nazis too. These weren't isolated acts. They were the foundation of a post-war order where the same elites ruled, just under new flags. But the Dulles brothers didn't stop at Nazis. Oh no, as we've already discussed, the OSS and emerging CIA cozied up with the mafia. Operation Underworld, fearing Nazi saboteurs in US ports, the government turned to Lucky Luciano, the infamous mob boss. In exchange for helping secure the docks and aiding the Allied invasion of Sicily, Luciano got a reduced sentence and deportation to Italy, where he promptly rebuilt his empire. This wasn't a one-off. It set the pattern for CIA mafia alliances that persisted through the Cold War. Why the mob? They controlled ports, unions, and had networks in Europe. Perfect for smuggling, not just intelligence, but drugs. The CIA's involvement in opium trafficking didn't start in Vietnam. It traced back to post-war Europe and Asia. Remember the East India Company's opium trade from last century? Same game, new players. The agency liaised with criminal syndicates to fund black ops, overthrow governments, and prop up proxies, all off the books, unaccountable to Congress or the people. Take the coups. In 1953, the CIA orchestrated Operation Ajax to overthrow Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. Why? He nationalized oil fields owned by the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, represented by, you guessed it, Sullivan and Cromwell. The Dulles brothers' firm lobbied hard, and the CIA delivered propaganda, bribes, and hired thugs to stir chaos. Result? The Shah installed, oil flowing to Western corporations, and decades of resentment leading to the 1979 revolution. Educational footnote. This is why Iranians chant death to America, not because they hate freedom, but because we stole theirs for profit. Then Guatemala, 1954. President Jacobo Arbenz expropriated unused land from the United Fruit Company, again a Sullivan and Cromwell client. The company, which owned vast swaths of the country, most idle, cried communism. The Dulles brothers mobilized. CIA planes bombed Guatemala City. Psychological warfare terrified the populace, and Arbenz fled. A military dictatorship followed, ushering in decades of civil war and genocide. All for bananas? No, for monopoly control. Cynical twist. United Fruit rebranded as Chiquita, still slipping on ethics today. And MKUltra, Alan Dulles greenlit that gem, mind control experiments dosing unwitting Americans with LSD, hypnosis, and much worse. Bay of Pigs? His fiasco leading to his firing by JFK. Then Dulles joins the Warren Commission investigating Kennedy's assassination? The president who'd threatened to shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces? Coincidence, surely. No mafia ties there, despite Oswald's mob connections. Wink, wink. These weren't rogue acts. They were the CIA's blueprint. Proxy wars for corporate gain, drug smuggling to fund them, Golden Triangle opium, anyone? And alliances with the Underworld. Sullivan and Cromwell, still around, representing Silicon Valley bank collapses and Deepwater Horizon spills. The Panama Canal, they managed that too. Global control from canals to coups. So what does this mean for us, the stateless against the statists? The CIA wasn't created to protect liberty. It was forged to perpetuate elite power through dark money, unholy alliances, criminal activity, and unaccountable force. From Nazis recycled in NATO brains to mafia muscle and proxy fights, it's all about control. And if you think this stopped in the 60s, look at today's endless wars, surveillance states, and corporate bailouts. The torch of liberty burns, but only if we fan the flames against these shadows. Thanks for watching the Stateless Standard. If this exposed the rot for you, like, subscribe, and share. Question everything, especially the state. Until next time, stay free.